On behalf of the class of 2021, I would like to thank Dr. Ortiz, Ms. Black, Father Marty, and all members of the Oakcrest administration who have made this event possible. Additionally, I would like to thank the incredible teachers, parents, family, and friends who have helped us reach this day. Thank you. Choice. Choice is a concept we innately understand, yet find difficult to define. Theologian Dr. William May said, "We become who we are in and through the choices that we make." One's mind jumps to major decisions: where we go to college, our profession, marriage, our faith. But the thousands of little choices we make each day shape us too. Choices in attitude and relationships, mindsets and interests. Deciding who will be our friends, our mentor, what topic to pursue for our thesis, how we entertain ourselves, the amount of effort we put into an assignment, even whether to harmonize or scream happy birthday. Happy birthday, Kateri. They add up, little by little, like words on a page, to shape and form the story of our life. As my classmates can tell you, I've been fascinated with this idea of life as a story written by God and our role as editors of the plan God has envisioned for us. We edit our life story through the choices that we make. These daily choices have shaped us, and through them we have changed and grown. It is indisputable. We've come a long way from the middle school days of setting microwave timers to go off during Latin class and then ducking under the tables in sync. I'm sure much to our teachers' relief. I asked every senior for the first word that came to her mind for each of our years here at Oakcrest. The responses were almost like a plot diagram illustrating the story of our class. 6th grade, adorable chaos. 7th, drama. 8th, a blast. 9th, drama part 2. 10th, unified stress. 11th, deeply bonded. 12th, personal and collective responsibility. Through these words, you can see that we have changed. We've matured. We've turned away from drama and pranks to embrace depth in real relationships and intellectual pursuits. Furthermore, junior and senior year, the most challenging academically, and when the state of the world was most troubled, were the years our class atmosphere was the best, unified and aware of our responsibilities. I've long maintained that the Latin phrase, ignis aurum probat, or fire tests gold, should be the motto of this class. We never back down from a challenge. 6th graders aren't typically known for being the brains of school fundraising operations, but we didn't let that stop us from inventing and running the first cake contest, which is now one of the most beloved and successful school traditions. It illuminates our innovation, dedication, and yes, love of food. Similarly, we didn't let the fact that the 8th graders always won the Most Courageous American tournament intimidate us. We wrote those speeches, we baked those cupcakes, and we became the first 7th grade class in Oakcrest history to win the tournament. In high school, when an upperclassman would warn us that a class was insanely hard, we'd take it anyway. Several of us took the dreaded AP Calc, AP Chem combination and survived. Even when we were stressed, which did happen, it was never paralyzing because we would help each other. Honestly, we bonded over those shared stress experiences, like comparing who had the most note cards left to create in response to the ever-approaching deadline of our thesis. When faced with a challenge, we never back down, but rather embrace it and choose to let it mold us into something greater. Because of this chosen attitude, our class has had a lasting impact on all aspects of school life: athletics, academics, theater, music, school spirit, and service initiatives. We chose our mindset. We are passionate, insightful, supportive, and we never stop asking questions. We love to discuss those open-ended, even controversial topics well into lunch or after school. The fact that we can remember every single shared inquiry reveals how invested we are in these pursuits of truth. If someone says chivalry debate, or the famous "Is Reb Saunders a good father?" we will all get fired up again in a heartbeat. And for the record, that particular question was an English assignment from 5 years ago. But we, yes, still haven't let it go. We love to see how anything and everything applies to real life. Miss Sauls actually had to implement a no-question Thursday policy so we could get through all the material in moral theology. Whether it was science, gov, or each other's theses, from the whys to the endless what-ifs, we never stopped asking questions, and I doubt we ever will. We don't settle for simple explanations because we know in reality life is not simple, and we're not afraid of that. It is this embracing of the complexity and challenges of life with an earnest desire for truth and a profound value of friendships that will prepare us for the bigger world. Many seniors have told me that in this class, there's a feeling that everybody, not just close friends, has your back. Many said that this trust is what they would miss most. In 8th grade, we had a bonding activity where we all wrote on slips of paper what we were most grateful for about each member of the class. We repeated this activity during junior year, and you could see the class growth. The 8th grade sentiments were fun, like, "You're super cool," and it was evident we were having a great time. But for junior year, since we were in quarantine at that point and missing each other and had unlimited time, you really felt the depth of the comments that came across. The notes were anonymous for most of the class, but Sophia and I, being class officers, saw what each person wrote about everyone else, and it was incredible, because you could feel the different relationships come alive on the pages. You saw how very close friends understood, cared for, and trusted each other. But even more impressive to me was that across the board, the comments for classmates who were not as close friends with the author did not in any way diminish in quality. None of us settled for the easy cliche of "I love your smile." We found perceptive, meaningful, and frankly beautiful things to say to each member of this class. People chose to put the effort in and knew enough about everyone that they could say something that was pertinent, specific, and moving to each person. This thoughtfulness and insight is a distinctive attribute of our class. Just this week, we were complimented on the depth of the teacher tributes we gave at the senior dinner. One of the teachers told a few of us after the event that it was an honor to hear her colleagues spoken of so highly by students and with such genuine affection and admiration. The relationships here are real. To be able to learn and grow in an atmosphere of respect with a group of people, both teachers and classmates, who have your best interest at heart is a blessing not many people can claim. And I think we're all extremely grateful to have had that experience. There is a tendency to think that our lives are now finally about to begin. But our time here was not inconsequential. We have finished a chapter, a section of the story of our life, a section that was necessary to lay the foundation for the future. For we can't be the people of tomorrow without being who we are today. We all are who we are right now in this moment because of the choices we've made to get here. We each have unique values, personalities, relationships, and insights. The time here will not suddenly evaporate once we receive our diplomas. We will always have these memories of our friendships, faith, teachers, and role models, the lessons we have learned in and outside the classroom. And they will inform the types of relationships we continue to pursue and the ideas that we continue to value. Through our actions and mindset, we each chose how this education would develop us. And we will have to choose again what role it will play in building our futures. Decisions that will have to be made day by day by day. We each are going our separate ways on this journey, but our lives are not just about to begin. We are living them right now. We've been living them for the past 18 years, and our choices made during this time have informed how we will continue to live them. We are a class of 35 definitively unique, yet equally incredible forces to be reckoned with in the world, and I can't wait to see what we all become. We did it, guys. We finished this chapter. Now let's start living book 2. And thank you all so much.